I used to plus verb. I used to be really shy. I used to be a picky eater. I used to take ballet lessons. I used to hate math in school. I used to be scared of spiders. I used to eat a lot of junk food. I used to be afraid of the dark. I used to love going to the zoo. I used to love going to the circus. I used to love playing with dolls. I used to love playing with Legos. I used to love going to the arcade. I used to be really good at drawing. I used to have a favorite superhero. I used to collect rocks and minerals. I used to love playing video games. I used to love going to the aquarium. I used to love going to the museum. I used to love playing with toy cars. I used to have a crush on a celebrity. I used to collect stamps as a hobby. I used to love going to the county fair. I used to be a part of a scouting group. I used to stay up late watching movies. I used to have a favorite board game. I used to ride horses at a local stable. I used to play dress-up with my friends. I used to be obsessed with a TV show. I used to go to the beach every summer. I used to have a pet cat named Mittens. I used to have a crush on my best friend. I used to have a pet cat named Mittens. I used to have a crush on my best friend. I used to have a favorite TV commercial. I used to play the piano when I was a kid. I used to be a member of a dance group. I used to be really good at playing soccer. I used to swim in the pool every weekend. I used to have a favorite ice cream flavor. I used to be really good at playing chess. I used to play soccer when I was younger. I used to dance ballet when I was younger. I used to have a favorite teacher in school. I used to ride my bike to school every day. I used to have a trampoline in my backyard. I used to play the violin when I was younger. I used to have a favorite animal at the zoo. I used to have a favorite cartoon character. I used to have a favorite subject in school. I used to be really good at playing the drums. I used to love going to the Renaissance Fair. I used to love going to the Science Museum. I used to have a collection of action figures. I used to be a member of the school band. I used to be a member of the school choir. I used to have a tree house in my backyard. I used to love going to the amusement park. I used to go to a summer camp every year. I used to be a part of a sports team in school. I used to be really good at playing the guitar. I used to be really into science fiction books. I used to be really good at playing basketball. I used to have a best friend who moved away. I used to wear braces when I was a teenager. I used to have a favorite type of pizza topping. I used to have a favorite flavor of bubblegum. I used to be really good at playing the trumpet. I used to be really good at playing video games. I used to have a favorite place to go for vacation. I used to love going on road trips with my family. I used to have a pen pal from a different country. I used to be a member of the school drama club. I used to love going to the park and playing frisbee. I used to love going to sleepovers with my friends. I used to be really good at playing the saxophone. I used to have a favorite teddy bear named Teddy. I used to watch cartoons every Saturday morning. I used to have a favorite stuffed animal named Fluffy. I used to have a favorite spot in my backyard to play. I used to have a favorite color that I always wore. I used to have a favorite spot to sit and read a book. I used to have a favorite spot to sit and read a book. I used to have a favorite spot in the house to relax. I used to have a favorite sports team that I rooted for. I used to have a favorite outfit that I wore all the time. I used to have a paper route delivering newspapers. I used to go camping with my family every summer. I used to have a poster of my favorite band on my wall. I used to love going to the circus and watching the clowns. I used to have a favorite holiday tradition with my family. I used to love going to the beach and building sandcastles. I used to have a favorite song that I listened to on repeat. I used to have a collection of seashells from the beach. I used to love going to the park and playing on the swings. I used to love going to the county fair and riding the rides. I used to love going to the library and checking out books. I used to love going to the circus and watching the acrobats. I used to love going to the county fair and eating funnel cake. I used to have a favorite book that I read over and over again. I used to have a favorite restaurant that I would go to with my family.